today, from Orchard Park, New York, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. We'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
I'm trying to understand. I just can't. I'm trying to.
Still 2nd down.
On second down, it's Edwards. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
How about 54 touchdown passes in 2 full seasons at the University of Wyoming? Coming out of a junior college, I think he exceeded expectations, and he can move it around a little bit, too. A much better athlete than people give him credit for.
On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Patrick Queen.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He's got the first down here inside the 30.
Josh Allen. That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Here's Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On second down, here's Yeldon. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
The ball carrier.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Complete to Cole Beasley.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
His kick is no good.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. 6-0 our score after one.
The score, Bills 6, Ravens nothing.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. He completes it to Bryant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Flushed out right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
29-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd and 9.
From the gun, Jackson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Jackson.
Call it a pickup of 7, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
He's at 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. The 40, past the 20, 10, and this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown.
Touchdown, Bills.
So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt, but for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now the longtime Raven punter, Sam Cook, on to punt it away. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. 72 yards on the punt return. And the Bills will extend their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Pass on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul-searching now. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson now. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
J.K. Dobbins. A gain of 6.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round Weekend. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. They go with a screen, it's Yeldon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Throwing is Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts,
First down.
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Caught right side at Snead. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. To throw again is Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Lamar Jackson.
Mario Addison. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
A 35-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17.
Ravens 3.
Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC Divisional Round game. And it is the Kansas City Chiefs who will fight another week as they were able to eliminate the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got one half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Check 50. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
The third quarter starts with a run by Singletary. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The tackle made by L.J. Ford. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Singletary. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that's caught by Beasley. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Check, check. Lucky. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chunking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the option, Jackson will keep it. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And 8 at the 41-yard line.
Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And Oliver able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
After that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. So after the INT, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
Check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Check safety. 56. Tighten up. Check 9. Show it up.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
It's a pickup.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
At the 19-yard line.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Makes the score Bills 30, Ravens 3.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. He's going to wind up and air it out. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got Snead. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Not much there, only a yard.
To Mark Andrews. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Jackson will throw again. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Way on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
They go right back to Singletary. And Singletary has it stripped.
Devin Singletary, the ball carrier. A fumble on the play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And some good tackling there as he's stopped up at about the 41. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, let's get in that hose. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Singletary.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll keep it on the ground. Singletary. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
That's good for a Buffalo Bill.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll come out in the pistol. They run here with Singletary. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
The ball carrier.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
On second down now, Singletary. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. But what a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, 3rd and goal. Allen going to try and keep it. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play that time for the Ravens. 62 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
49.
Here's Jackson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Bills are moving on as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.